Hello everyone, it's time to record the next speaking practice video as I promised. And today in this new speaking practice video, I want to pay attention to a couple mistakes that I'm doing during the speaking practice. Why is that? Because I asked ChatGPT, how could I improve my speaking? Because I've already recorded 61 speaking practice video, and my speaking skills um, is okay probably, but I feel like it needs a lot refinement, a lot cleaning in order to speak more clearly and precisely. And I asked ChatGPT how to achieve the new level of clarity in speaking, and he simply said to me that I should not only talk but also releasing myself and looking for speaking mistakes. For example, like filler words that I really love to use very often. Very often I use words like or yes. Yes, it's used to be my favorite filler word that I usually put after any sentence, any thought that I expressed. And now in this speaking practice video, I will try to read all these filler words in my speaking, and also very important and very uh, serious filler word or even a habit is that I repeat myself ever and ever again. I usually use the same words. I usually repeat the ideas twice or even 3 times in a row. Why I'm doing it? Because I feel that because uh, when I feel that I lose the thought, I lose the idea what I want to express. Uh, it happens instinctively. I just repeating what I said before, and during this process, I usually remember what I wanted to say. So this also a bad habit, and also needs to be cleansed. Yes, at least at least okay. I'm allowing myself to repeat words. I mean, using the same words. But repeating the ideas that I already expressed, I should get rid of it in order to speak in more clearly. Yes, as I said in the beginning, at the beginning of this thought that I want to improve my speaking. And not only that, I do a lot of grammar mistakes. Sometimes I combine words and phrases incorrectly. Sometimes I do very simple grammar mistakes like um, mixing up the times, present simple, past simple, yes, continuous times. I can mix them up, and it also needs to be fixed. But let's start with just the refinement of let's just start with the refinement, and I'll try to make my speech with filler words today. It's not gonna be easy because even now when I'm speaking, I'm I'm controlling myself very well in order not to put filler word somewhere because it's already a habit. But in order to become better in speaking, and I really want to become better in speaking, and the whole purpose of these videos is to become better in speaking, and not only better but also prepare myself for the future communication, for the real communication with someone. practice. It's also a preparation because uh I don't want to train speaking with a real person before I will be confident in myself, before I'm confident in myself that I'm absolutely capable to express whatever I want. Probably not in a very fluent way, but at least I will express what I want and the person will understand me clearly. That's my goal. That's why I'm doing this speaking practice. Yes, also. Not only as a practice of speaking itself, but also as a preparation to a real communication. So, let's start training. Let's start answering on the questions that ChatGPT prepared for me. Okay, question number one. How do you usually start your mornings? Usually I start them not very well. I spend too much time in the bed after waking up. Before I get up from the bed, spend a lot of time in the bed, and it affects my productivity in the morning. And after I wake up, no, after I get up from the bed, eventually, usually I do some also not very productive stuff. Like, of course, I do morning hygiene, and after morning hygiene, I get the first meal, and usually after meal, it's time to start working, start practicing, start doing something. Um, but sometimes I miss it. I miss in the meaning like make a mistake not to doing it straightforwardly. I can spend time a little in my phone after the first meal. I can watch TV a little after the first meal. And usually, when it's already time to start learning or practicing, I have no much focus because all this morning focus I spent on unimportant things like scrolling the YouTube or watching a TV show or something like that. So, that's why I usually start my morning not very well, at least for the last 2 weeks. And I want to fix it. And I'm going to fix it tomorrow. I already decided, I already changed my plan a little bit, change the approach to the morning. I will wake up at 6 o'clock tomorrow. It's a hard time for me, hard time to wake up. But I will do it thanks to willpower, and it will help me in the future adjust my sleeping clock, not in a meaning clock in a telephone, uh, inner clock, body clock. What does it mean? Body clock is that when you wake up in the morning, just by itself, without an option, yes, from your clock on the phone. That is your biological inner clock, and it defines when you wake up and when you go to sleep. Yes, this is your inner clock, and this clock needs to be adjusted, at least in my case, because now I get to sleep approximately in 12 and wake up at 9 o'clock. Then I spend 1 hour in the bed, then get up, do some things, and it's already 12 or 11. It's already 11 or even 12 when when I'm ready to start to do some tasks, and I have a lot of tasks during the day, and I absolutely waste this the most productive time from 7 or even from 8 to 12. This is a really productive time. I know it because I used to I used to work in these hours when I had a really big projects from the work. I waked up at 7 and start my work at 8, and the hours from 8 to 12 was the most productive hours during the day. And now I'm simply missing them because I didn't adjust my inner clock, and I'm going to do it. That's the reasons. So I can answer that from tomorrow, from the next morning, uh, mm, they become very productive to me. I mean mornings. Are you the kind of person who enjoys routines, or do you prefer when every day feels different? Um, Difficult to answer because I'm not actually keen on repeated. I'm not actually keen on repetitive actions, but um, mm, I'm keen on repetitive processes. How it looks. For example, let's take I don't know the repetitive action. Every day I do 10 squats, for example. This is a repetitive actions. It doesn't bring anything new to what I'm doing, so that's why it feels boring and tedious after a couple of sessions, because this is the same actions and there is no progression, there is nothing. Yes, you just simply stupidly repeat the same action daily. That's not what I like. But why I said I like processes. I like routines and repeating processes because, for example, let's take the English. For example, I have repetitive action. Every day I invest from 1 to 3 hours in studying English. This is a repetitive process, yes. This is a routine, yes. But what's the difference? I'm not doing the same exercises every day, or at least even I do the same exercises, I do it differently. For example, this speaking practice video, I do not answer on the same questions every speaking video. I vary them. I ask ChatGPT to ask me different questions, and that's how it works. Uh, Differency, variety brings to the routine fresh air, brings to the routine freshness and interest. So basically, I repeat the same processes, but I do it in a different ways every time. Or I bring something new to the studying, to the action every time. Like, for example, new unit, new chapter, new vocabulary, new questions, a new writing topic. Yes, to train writing, something new every time, something new. So this is this is how it works for me. A balance. Yes, I'm living in routines. I enjoy routines, but my routines are variable and vary from day to day. So I repeat the processes, but my I repeat the systems, the processes, uh, but my exercises every day is different. That's my approach to it. If you could add 1 extra hour to your day, what would you do with it? I think uh, I think sleep more. Yes. If I have 1 extra hour in the day that I can invest freely in something, I would invest it in sleeping. Yes. Sorry. Yes, that's the first time when I said yes, the filler word. I correct myself now. If you could add 1 extra hour to your day, what would you do with it? If I had, if I had and could add 1 extra hour to my day, I would invest it into sleeping. Because usually you don't have how to say it. Sometimes you can miss the hours of sleeping because of amount of jobs that you need to do during the day. And if you have one spare hour, it would be very logical to invest it in rest because sleeping uh, have the same this sleeping has the same importance as breathing to our body. It's crucial and essential part of our living rhythm. So if I would have one spare, if I would have one extra hour, I would invest it exactly in that, in a very important process for living. Because and also because usually you have enough time for studying and work during the day. Usually, yes, the time is absolutely enough if you are focused, if you are not wasting your time, if you are not wasting your time, if you are focused, if you are devoted to your tasks, and if you are not spending your time on anything else. Yes, in this case, it's more than enough time during the day for achieve all what you want to achieve. But usually you can overwork yourself a little and you would neglect your sleeping hours, and that's not good. So, in order to not neglect it, in the second conditional question, I would invest one spare hour in it if I had it. Okay, part 2, cue card. Describe a day when everything went really well for you. For sure, it's not this day. Okay, you should say when it happened, what you did during the day, and what you did during the day, who you spent time with, if anyone, and explain why that day felt so good. I have a couple of days, as an instance, but I will, but they usually are the same. I mean, the good days for me, they are absolutely identical in the same, in a manner of speaking. Um, because the best days for me are the days when I accomplished everything that I planned for this day. I mean, all practice, all studying, even exercising, even a speaking practice video, everything that I planned to do, I did, and that's define the good day for me. And so, the good day wasn't very long ago. I could even say that the last good day for me was um, 2 or 3 days. I think no, yesterday actually was a very good day because I succeed in 3D animation, at least in my task for the day. I did Oxford practice grammar book. I did speaking practice video. I even read and listened to Lord of the Rings. I didn't I didn't have I didn't have time for friends yesterday because it was already late and I just wanted to go to sleep. But um, I watched the Friends episode today, so I actually make amends. Yes, for that yesterday goal today. So it also counts as a finished objective. Um, So basically, yes. For me, the best day is the day when I accomplished all tasks that I planned for myself on this day. Who you spend time with? Usually with myself, actually, because only me interested in accomplishing my task, only me interested in improving my skills, yes, and working for my future. Every person interested, every person interested in in its own in its own future. I interested in my own, and that's absolutely normal. So I usually spend time with myself nowadays when I'm studying, practicing, and uh, working on my skills deliberately. Deliberately. and explain why that day felt so good. Why it felt so good. Because honestly speaking, nowadays I feel happiness only when I know that I didn't waste my time during the day and I really accomplished everything that I planned, because usually everything that I planned for the day it's absolutely real to accomplish for me. I know my strength, I know my rhythm and my tempo in which I could work, and usually and I always plan the things that absolutely real for me to accomplish. It only requires willpower and focus and discipline. So when I did the perfect day for myself, I just can say that every day is a proof for me in that manner. I proved to myself that I can achieve my dreams, that I can work, that I can improve, that I can enhance in learning. That simply I'm capable of personal and professional growth, and that brings to me the feeling of accomplishment, happiness, and just self self accomplishment. Yes, self accomplishment. Let's put it in this way. It's like I know what I need to do. I did it, and I feel happy about it. Yes, that's how it works. Okay, part 3, discussion questions, C1 level. What do you think makes an ordinary day feel special? For me, I explained it already. When I accomplished all my plans that I have, when I accomplished all my plans that I had on that day, for me it makes special. What makes this day special for anyone else? I'm not going to, and I don't dare and I don't dare to judge, because every person is unique. Every person has its own ways of living, its unique point of views and desires, objectives, and sorry, I said it's a filler grammar structure. It's a filler structure. I need to get rid of it. I notice it. What I've been saying is that every person is unique and everyone judge its own day um, uniquely. It's not a proper word. Everyone is unique and everyone judge unique. And everyone is unique and everyone have unique approach. And everyone has unique approach. So for everyone, for everyone, uh, the things that make so for everyone, the thing that makes an ordinary day feel special is absolutely different. And I already expressed what it is for me, and what it is for anyone else, I simply don't know. So can't answer for other people. Can answer only for myself. If people focused more on the small daily pleasures, how could it change their mood? Um, if people focused more on the small daily pleasures, how could it change their mood? Hmm, actually, it's a very deep and meaningful question, but the way how this question asked not very correct. I mean, word focused. It's not very appropriate for this meaning. The word not accept but appreciate. The word appreciate would be much more fitable for this structure. And let me rephrase. If people um, appreciate more small daily pleasures, how could it change their mood? In this case, drastically in a good side. Because before I start answering the question, I want to quote the Bilbo Baggins, or actually the Tolkien. I want to quote him, and the quote sounds like, um, "It is not a bad thing, or there is nothing bad in celebrate. There is nothing bad in celebrating just a simple life." And as a person who is in unusual circumstances or a very unregular environment now, I understand this quote very well. It means that even it means what it means actually. There is nothing bad. It is not a bad thing to celebrate a simple life. It means simple life, it's also good. Yes, peaceful, simple life, it's a good thing, and it is not a bad it is not a bad thing to celebrate it. And we can apply it to this question. If people would appreciate, if people appreciate more simple daily pleasures like hot water, delicious meal, uh, ability to use internet, ability to have a phone, just warm clothes, beautiful clothes, um, uh, different ways of self hygiene caring, toothbrush, toothpaste. If people just simply would understand that a couple years ago or couple dozen years ago, people simply don't have toothbrushes. So, and ability to wash himself every day. Um, they would start to understand that their life is actually much more better already, and the things that they use automatically or took for granted actually deserve to be appreciated much more. And with this approach, we can get a lot of pleasure and a good emotions just from a simple actions. Like, for example, me. I always feel myself very happy and I really enjoy when I'm getting a hot shower. This is this is what I love to do, and I appreciate every second and every moment and every opportunity when I can get it. It brings me a lot of joy. Or, for example, hot tea, or a very delicious, healthy meal that I cooked for myself. Yes, I appreciate every bite I taste. I taste it. Not thrive, but I taste it. Yes, I concentrate on a taste, on this pleasant feeling of fulfilling the hunger. Yes, sorry. Yes, yes. I shouldn't say yes. This is a filler word. Correct. Correcting myself. Yes, just by simply paying attention and appreciate the simple things, we can increase our mood and our positive way of living drastically in a good manner, in a good side. Yes, we can increase pleasures that we get, that we can increase good emotions and happiness and pleasure that we can get from everyday living, and usually the pleasant things rising up our mood and make us feel much more happier or just happy. So that is important, and that's how it might affect our mood. I explained it. Yes, I explained it. Probably not very structurally, not in a direct structure, but the point I think is absolutely clear. If you would pay attention and get pleasure from the simple things that you have access on a daily basis, it would raise your mood, it would raise your feeling of happiness and fulfilling in life. So use it. It's not a trick, it's simple truth that not everyone able to see. At least uh, will be deprived of it. And then the person understands how they miss how and then the person and then the person surely understand how it misses a hot shower and and what what an important and what an important and appreciated opportunity is to have it. Do you think it is important to have time in your day for doing nothing? Yes, yes, I think yes. Because we are not robots, we can't be productive 12 hours per day. We need little breaks. We need to give our brain the ability to sort things out, to rest a little. Yes. So yes, yes, my answer is yes. It's very important to have time in your day for doing nothing. It's not. It shouldn't be a very long time. It might be, it might be little sessions during the work hours. For example, you work, you concentrate, you focus 1 hour on the task without distraction, and then you give yourself from 15 to 12 minutes just doing nothing. Yes, just giving your time, giving your mind the time, just giving your mind time for rest and sort things out. It helps a lot in studying, and it's very famous technique that many people use in studying, in a work, everywhere actually. You concentrate, you pay 100% of your attention to the thing for a limited period of time. Then you get a short break, um, recreate your ability to focus, and start the next hour. Yes, and start the next session. How has technology changed the way people spend their free time each day? Technology simply gave more opportunity to the people, more more opportunities, or gave more choice, not opportunities, but more choice. If without the technology you had a limited amount of routines on which you can spend time, um, but with technology the choice become wider. Yes, you can watch your favorite TV show on to television, for example. You can play video games. You can read books. You can read books on a pocketbook. You can do some hobby on the computer. Basically, yes. In a general meaning, it only gave more routine and more way of spending life, more variety. Yes, it just simply gave more variety to opportunities. It just simply gave more variety. Yes, that's my answer. Do it affect people good or bad? It depends on a person because there is very good quote, not from Tolkien, from other person, from a doctor, and he said a very good quote. Sorry for repeating, that I remember it and I really liked it. The quote sounds, the quote sound like uh, the internet, the technology makes the intelligent person more smarter. The technology makes the smart person more smarter and the stupid person more stupider. That's how it works. The person decide how to use the technology and how to spend its free time. Sorry, I need to take a little pause. I want to ask ChatGPT how what uh, what pronoun is correctly to use with word person. 1 minute. Just very fast ask this question in ChatGPT. What's the correct pronoun? ChatGPT don't want to answer. Why is that? I don't know. I'll put this speaking practice video on a pause, and we'll back after I get the understanding of how to properly use the word person or what proper pronoun should we use with the word person. He, him, her, or it. I get the answer. Answer is very simple. With the word person, we use he, she, or they. He, she if we know the gender, they if gender is unknown. So I should use they. Okay, let's back to the question. How has technology changed the way people spend their free time each day? I already answered. Technology just gave more variety to the way of time spending, and good it or bad, I think this is good, and I'm sure about that because technology gives us much more opportunities in a life. Yes, it makes our life uh, more improved. And what's very important, technology gives us the opportunity to get access to any information that we want at any time that we want. Thanks to the technologies, I'm working, studying, and improving my skills. All my life now is built around the technologies and actually possible thanks to the technologies. So I think this is a good thing. But someone can say that technology is bad because it distracts people, it stalls their time, it can mislead them. Yes, of course. But I've been telling you the very good quote that will summarize all my point of view on this topic is that the technologies make a smart person even more smarter, the stupid person even more stupider. And that is my point of view, and that is all I think. Not technology is responsible for how you use them. You're responsible for how you use technologies. if you use it in a bad way for yourself, so it's your responsibility. Yes, you can blame only yourself for this, not technologies. If you use it for your profit, so that means you use it correctly. Okay, I answered. Let's move to the next. If you could live one perfect day, what would it look like? Oh, yeah. I dream about this perfect day, and I dream about when I will be ready, or I will be in the place and will be absolutely ready to start living this perfect day. Perfect day for me, it looks like a normal day, a normal, absolutely normal, regular day in a life of um, financially secure, stable, middle class European person. I would love to wake up at 7 or 8 o'clock, have a make get a morning hygiene, make a morning hygiene, brush my teeth. I mean, wash my face, then get a very delicious breakfast that me or my wife prepared for me. After that, I would love to go to the parking place, probably uh, on the road to the parking place. I would love to meet some neighbors, with neighbors, with whom, not with whom, how to say it. I would love to meet some neighbors with who I would have a very good relations. Also exchange a really positive small talk with each other. Then move to the parking lot, sit in my car, very comfortable car, not a high class, but a grounded, stable, comfortable middle class car. Then go to my right, to my lovable job, my preferable lovable job place. Insert the animation. Invest my time and creativity there, doing my job. Also communicate with colleagues, probably give some answer, learn something new, yes, and work on a game, work on some new game that would be very, very tremendously successful on the market. Yes, like Baldur's Gate, for example. After a work day, I would love to finish my work approximately at 6 o'clock, then go to the gym or go to the swimming pool or simply go for a walk with my family, girlfriend, I mean, family, or maybe there would be kids. Uh, yes, go for a walk, spend some time in the evening with family, probably also with new friends, and then go home, spend time at home, relax, watch something interesting, read something interesting, spend a very lovely time with my wife, teach someone to my children, and then go to sleep and repeat this day. Yes, that's how would I love to have my day in everyday life. Yes, my dreaming, my dream everyday life. It might sound really fucking funny, but sorry, I really dream about absolutely normal middle class European life. This is my fucking the best dream, the most desirable things that I want to achieve in life. For someone, it might sound absolutely ridiculous, but for me, this is highest point of content in living. I just want to achieve it, just absolutely, just normal life. Yes, I want to achieve normal life for me. That's why I'm studying. That's why I'm learning two languages, Polish, English. That's why I'm learning 3D animation. That's why I'm practicing it daily because I want to get a good job. I want to be able to move to another country, to Europe. I want to be able to speak English fluently because I want to finish education in English language. I want to, how to say it? I want to have academical degree in English studies, in, exactly in English language, yes, as a subject. Also, through the animation, I'm learning it also every day. It's very hard, but I'm doing it because This is a profession that I want to execute in my life daily. And I'm not going to stop on this profession. After this profession, I want only to improve my skills as an animator. I want to learn how to draw. I want to learn how to create classical 2D animation. I want to, as I said, to work on very. I want to take a part in creating very significant and the best video games that might be created in the future. I want to be part of living. I want to be part of this industry, of game industry. And also I want, as I said, sorry, I'm repeating myself. I want to draw. I want to be able to create classical animation. I just want to be an artist, not limited artist. I want to be able to work with many tools in 3D, in 2D. I want to be able to draw. I want to be able to draw. I want to be able to create. Yes, create. It's all for creating. It's all instruments that I'm learning, all of them for expressing myself, for creating an art. That's my inner drive. That's my motivation. But I need to achieve all the things uh, that I counted in order to be able to purely invest myself in art creating, and probably I can assume that it's also not an ad. I would be want to achieve something new after that, to try myself in something more, probably in acting or something like that. I just want to drive myself in creative things, in creative professions. I already know what type of profession I want to pursue, but I'm not limit myself to other profession. I'm not limiting myself to the others way of human expression, of the other way of creating arts. I'm only both hands for them, and I want to try everything. At least, yeah, I want to try everything. I want to be able to execute everything. Probably not, I can't be master in all spheres. I can be master probably in one, two, but I want to try all of them. I'm very interested in it. I'm a very creative person. And what was the question? Actually, I think I I move astray a little from the question during the describing during describing my thoughts. Uh, what you if you could live one perfect day, what would it look like? Yes, I already expressed. Just a simple, stable life of a middle class in Europe, doing the lovable job, spend time with family, and have free time for other things to learn, like languages, arts, and etc. etc. Things that I'm interested in. The main job that brings money, the family family, yes, and the free time for trying new arts and new skills in life. That's what I would love to be able to do. Next question. Do you think modern life makes it harder to relax? What do you mean, modern life? I think no. If we are talking about the technologies, no. Every time when you want, you can just turn off your TV, switch off your phone, uh, shut down the computer, yes, and simply relax without the technologies, without the modernity. Yes, just simple rest. Go for a walk, go to the nature, travel, just simply lay on the bed and think about pleasant. Yes, it's all in your hands. You're not a slave of technologies. You can shut them down every time you want. And I already explained this point. So no, I think modern life makes it harder to relax. On the other hand, it makes it much more safer for the living. And when you feel safe and stable, it's much more easier for you to relax. So on the contrary, I think that modern life make it easier to relax because it makes life more stable, predictable, and safe. If you are lucky enough to be born in European or in if you are lucky enough to be born in safe, stable, and mm, and progressive, yes. If you are lucky to born in a safe, stable, and progressive country. If you are not, your life gonna be a little bit harder, and to relax for you would be much more harder. But it's okay. Of course, it's not okay, but this is life. Life isn't fair. You're born where you're born, and you have no other choice. If you want to change something, you need to work. You need to do something in order to make your life better. Nobody, nobody nobody isn't going to do it for you. So this is your responsibility. Why I'm saying that because I'm not from a very progressive place, and now where I'm from, the situation is very difficult for living, especially for relax. But I'm trying to looking for a positive sides and just simply executing my work and having hope that one day I will be proficient enough to get a better job, to make enough money, and to move to the more progressive and safe country. Yes, that's my point. Okay, and the last question for today. I'm feeling a little bit tired, so probably I will answer on that as fast as possible and just simply will go to rest. We'll go to sleep, not to rest. It's too early to rest. Just sleep. How can people find more balance between work, rest, and personal life? Very interesting question. Just simply managing your time properly, and that's all. Now I have, now, for example, I have no much opportunity to live a personal life at all. So I split my time between work and rest. Of course, it's affect my psychic. Sometimes I feel myself unhappy and a little bit unstable. But I understand this is not my fault. This is fault of this is uh, this is a responsibility of unique circumstances that makes personal life impossible now, or at least very hardly possible. So I don't think about that a lot. Don't uh, how to say it. I do not torment. I do not torment myself, and I fully concentrate on splitting time between work and rest. So how I find my balance? I don't. Really, I don't. I understand that I need do my job. It's not like it would be right for me to do my job. No, I need it. I need it like fresh air. I need it like sleep. I need to practice skills. I need to practice the required skills for getting a better job. I need it. I need this job. I need this money. All my plan for the future actually based on it. Yes. on based on how good I will enhance myself as a professional, and will I be able, and what job I will able to get. All my life now, or now are all my life and future depends on it. So I simply work as much as my body allows me. Yes, I'm not the best role model in this case. I just don't have other choice. I have to work. I need to work. That's why actually now at 10:43 p.m. I'm recording a speaking practice video, not playing video games or spending time on the rest or on some recreation like TV shows, games, books, everything. Everything. Yes. Because I need to record the speaking practice video, I need to speak better in English. This is a need, not not a desire for fun. This is a need. So that is me. But what can I advise to the other people on this manner? If you have a stable job, stable money, and your life in general are secure, and your life in general is secure and stable, you can manage your time very simply. You could invest as much hours needed to your job to execute it very well. Then your free time you spend for your personal things, for hobbies, for personal lives, for rest. Free time is free time. Just spend it as you want, but do not forget to keep a proper sleep consistency and sleep rhythm. I mean, the things that I've been talking about at the beginning of the speaking practice video, the inner clock. Keep your inner rhythm, inner clock uh, healthy. Keep your hours of sleeping sufficient to be healthy, and the all other free time except for work time, invest in what you would love to invest. Invest in the things that makes you happy in a personal life, in a dating, in looking for a partner, in a friend, in a spending time with friends, on the hobbies, on everything that you want. Yes, that's the point of living actually, to spend your free time on things that makes you happy, that fulfill you as a person in your life. So, that was my answer on the last 10 question for today. I've been talking for 58 minutes. Quite good. What can I say? I did some mistakes, I mean linguistic mistakes. I used filler words sometimes, but I noticed it and tried to refine it. Yes, try to get rid of it and try to get rid of it. And I think it worked. I think it worked quite okay for the speaking practice video. Of course, I re-listen it in order to in order to notice even more mistakes that I've done. But for now, I think I accomplished the goal for this speaking practice video that I had for myself, and that I tasked for myself, and I feel pleasure from it. I pleased with today's speaking practice video. And what can I say? Thank you for watching, and see you in the next. Goodbye, and have a good rest. Goodbye for today.